you'd have to start off and, you know, with Tubby and Memphis, they play extremely hard. They're scrappy. I mean that in a good way, because they're long and athletic, and they never give up on plays, and they keep balls alive, and they come up with them, and they turn those into baskets. And they're active on defense. You know, so you give them credit because their offensive rebounding and their forcing or us having 17 turnovers just put us in too difficult of a situation to be successful. They got almost half of their missed shots. They got another shot on those. They missed 32 shots. They got 15 offensive rebounds. We have 17 turnovers. So for us to score 74 points, you know, we've struggled offensively. That's pretty good. And then you have 17 empty possessions with 74 points. So we talked about the two keys tonight was ball security and 5 guys being on the glass and rebounding. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do those two main things. So that's why you're in a difficult situation. I thought our guys, especially our young guys, really fought there at the end to get that thing back into a workable number at the end. But just not able to get enough shots, and they shot well from the free throw line down the stretch. You know, so disappointed in terms of, especially the first half, with our offensive turnovers and not being able to be on the glass, just really put us in a tough spot.
In that first half, they had 30 points in the paint. It seemed like Rick Hudson's screens were really messing you guys up communication-wise. What did you guys fix in the second half?
Well, you know, again, I think those points in the paint, gosh, there was a lot of transition baskets there and a lot of, you know, second chance points. You guys have been in a press conference with me before. Don't look at those stats because they don't know what they're doing when it comes to the stats. You know, the transition baskets and it points off second chance points. They get 15 offensive rebounds, and it says they only have 11 second chance points. It's impossible. It's impossible. You know what I mean? They got a lot more than 11 second chance points. So they got the ball in the paint. We played behind the post, which we can't do. And we gave up second chance opportunities, and they scored at the rim on the break. They were able to attack the basket. And that's what they do, and that's what they do well. And then all of a sudden they mix in a 3 here and there. 6 of 16 probably is the best they shot from the 3 all year long. You know, they don't take a lot of them. You know, Johnson 3 for 5. I think he came in shooting about 20%. But when you add that into their shots at the rim, both on second chance points in transition, it hurt us. Where did they get the transition from? Primarily in this game, it was off our turnovers. You know what I mean? Either a turnover or a bad shot led to them being able to get those breakouts. And it's hard defensively to stop those two things. You know, our first shot defense is pretty good, but if you give up 15 offensive rebounds, it doesn't matter. They are great at tipping and tapping the ball and keeping things alive, and give Davenport credit. He was the hardest working player on the court, 7 offensive rebounds. You know, he's 6'8", 215 pounds. It ain't like he's a bruising beast out there, but he plays hard. And that was the thing. That team plays extremely hard, and because of that, good things happen for him, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
The lead ballooned to 20 points with 10 minutes left in the second half. You guys get it down to 9 under 2 minutes. What was the key factor of those?
Well, a key factor, I thought our young guys played really well during that stretch. They were aggressive. They attacked the basket. Now all of a sudden we make a couple shots. We rebounded a little bit better during that stretch, and we didn't turn the ball over during that stretch. You know, I thought that was the biggest one. And then we played with great intensity during that stretch. All of a sudden now you make a couple shots too. You know, it's not rocket science. You know, you play hard, you play with intensity, you play discipline to what you're supposed to do. Usually good things will happen to you. Shots show, and then you make them. you know, and so that was good to see, because as I said all year long, and I think anybody saw, those two guys were really key in that stretch, those two freshmen, so that was good to see.
Martin scored 25 points, but he was an incredible facilitator tonight also, right? 9 assists.
Yeah, I mean, he dominated the game. Him and Davenport dominated the game. Davenport on the glass and scoring 18 points, 11 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds. Martin with 25 points, 9 assists. You know, our matchups weren't good, you know, and you know, with David in foul trouble, that hurt us a little bit, because he's probably our, you know, he's probably going to have to guard him.
Coach, your bigs only gave you 2 points and 9 rebounds tonight. How concerned are you with the front court play?
Concerned. They're better than they're playing right now. You know, again, I think, and you say that, you know, it's Nick's our best defender in terms of understanding what we're trying to do defensively. Obviously, with the food poisoning, he didn't have maybe the same energy. You know what I mean? But you know, we got to be able to get some easy baskets around the hoop, and we have to. Those guys have to help us control the defensive glass. I thought Isaiah actually in his 17 minutes defensive rebounding wise was pretty good. He got 4 defensive rebounds in 17 minutes, and you know, was a little more active on the offensive glass. Didn't come up with any of them, but he was, you know, more active. You know, we got to get some baskets on some rolls. We got to post up a little deeper. You know, so yeah, that's a concern, because the productivity from those spots have dipped a little bit.